Question number 2. Pre, mid, or post? I thought this was an awesome question. Do you believe the rapture is supposed to save the Christians from having to experience the tribulation? Or are the tribulations supposed to be some of the signs to let the Christians know the rapture is near? I think this depends on what you're considering the tribulations, how you're defining them. Christians, we know, will be here for what's termed the beginning of sorrows, or the very beginning of birth pains. Matthew 25 tells us that when you see these things begin to take place, then you can know that your redemption draws near. So therefore, that would tell me that we would see some of these things begin. Now, these things being the beginning of sorrows, or the very beginning of the labor pains. I myself am pre-trib. I believe that Christians will be raptured before the great tribulation, or the day of God's wrath. I believe that the beginning of sorrows is telling us that that time is about to appear, especially the more you see that stage escalating. I do not believe that Christians will be here during the wrath of God. We are not appointed to wrath. Also believe that the Bible teaches throughout the entire Bible the sequence of the later day events, the order of those events. Isaiah 26 and 27 are good to read if you really wanted to know truth. Isaiah 26 states, in sequence, your dead will live together with my dead body. They will arise. The earth will cast out the dead. The next order of event, come my people, enter into your chambers and shut the door. And it gives you a specific time. Shut the door for how long? Until when? For what? Until the indignation is past. P-A-S-T, past. The indignation being the wrath of God. The next thing, after his people have entered the chambers and shut the door, the Lord comes out of his place to punish a specific group of people. Who's that? The inhabitants of the earth, those who dwell on the earth. If we compare this to 1 Corinthians 15, we see again the sequence or the order of events. The dead will be raised incorruptible. We will be changed that are alive and who are in Christ are the Lord's. We compare also 1 Thessalonians. The dead in Christ are raised first. We who are alive will be caught up, and this is where they get the word harpazo, which means snatched away together with them to meet the Lord in the clouds, in the air. And it says to comfort one another with these words. This is a comforting thing. This is not something that should keep us up at night in terror. This is a comforting promise from God. Strong's G, the Greek, 726, harpazo, from the Greek, not the other way around, from the word harpazo, which means to seize, to carry off by force, to seize on, claim for oneself eagerly, snatch out or away from, as it's used here in 1 Thessalonians 4:16, which we just read, to snatch forcefully out of harm's way, to claim for oneself eagerly. That is the term used in this verse to explain being caught up. Because in Latin it means rapture, the term has been coined as raptured. In the Greek, which is more accurate, it means caught up or away. Literally, in this case, in the clouds or the air. A literal event. Also, Isaiah 26:20 tells us to enter the chambers and shut the doors for a little moment until the indignation is over or past. Matthew 25 says, And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to the wedding, and the door was shut. And then we see another door in Revelations 4. Behold, a door standing open in heaven. And the first voice I heard was like a trumpet saying, come up here, and I will show you things which must take place after this, after he's up there. Then you see the tribulation starting to take place on the earth. So I think the Bible definitely gives a full account of the order and the sequence of events.